Ask Mindful M, Season 2, Episode 6, entitled Who Are We Becoming? Exploring We Real Cool by Gwendolyn Brooks through the lens of marriage and family therapy. Hello, welcome back to Ask Mindful M. I'm your host, Mary O, Associate Licensed Marriage and Family Therapist. And this is a space where poetry and therapy meet, where timeless words help us better understand ourselves, our relationships, and the systems that shape our lives. Today's reflection comes from one of America's greatest poets, Gwendolyn Brooks. Her poem is only a few lines, yet it asks a question that echoes through generations. Not who are we, but who are we becoming? I'll now read the poem. We real cool. The pool players. 7 at the Golden Shovel. We real cool. We left school. We lurk late. We strike straight. We sing sin. We thin gin. We jazz June. We die soon. So why this poem? So at first glance, this poem feels confident, almost rebellious. The repeated we sounds strong, almost like a badge of honor. But if you listen carefully, the poem also carries loneliness, risk, and vulnerability. Brooks reminds us that belonging can be beautiful, but belonging without direction can become dangerous. And so, as marriage and family therapists, we know that people rarely grow in isolation. Our identities develop inside of families, friendships, schools, communities, and cultures. Structural family therapy reminds us that our relationships organize our behavior. Bowen family systems theory reminds us that our sense of self develops while staying connected to others. And sometimes we become who our environment expects us to be, instead of discovering who we truly are. Let me run that back. We sometimes become who our environment expects us to be, instead of feeling safe, right? To discover who we truly are. The question isn't simply, who am I? It's, who taught me who I should be? So, the clinical pearl here, if I will, one thing I often notice in therapy is that many people don't struggle because they lack strength. They struggle because they've learned to perform a version of themselves that once kept them safe. Sometimes the loudest voice is covering the deepest fear. Sometimes rebellion is really a longing to belong. Healing begins when we ask, is this truly me, or is this survival? Harping back to our previous episode this summer, as far as wearing the mask, right? What it looks like to drop that mask. So, in reflection, take a moment today to consider what groups have shaped your identity, which relationships helped you become more yourself, which relationships ask you to become someone else. Are there places where you're choosing acceptance at the expense of authenticity? Gwendolyn Brooks doesn't simply write about 7 young people. She writes about every moment we trade purpose for approval, every moment we confuse popularity with connection, every moment we forget that healthy relationships help us grow, not disappear. Our identities flourish when we are known, accepted, and challenged to become our healthiest selves. Run that one back. Our identities flourish when we are known, accepted, and challenged to become our healthiest selves. So I'll leave you with this closing question. When no one else is defining you, who are you becoming? Thank you for spending these few mindful moments with me. If today's episode resonated with you, consider sharing it with someone who's discovering who they are. Until next time, stay mindful. I'm Mary O, Associate Licensed Marriage and Family Therapist, and I'll look forward to connecting with you soon. Thank you for listening.